Hi friends, welcome back to another vlog. We did some vlogs in the fall and y'all had a really good response to it, and then for December we did Vlogmas, so I vlogged every day for the whole month of December, well, until the 25th, and then after that I was like, all right, let's chill it with the vlogs. So I skipped January, and then now I feel like it's been a while, so I'm excited to get back to it. I've had a lot of you asking for them. Today is Monday, February 15th. It is 6:03 a.m. and so far I have gotten up, I did my workout. I normally go running on Mondays, but it's really cold outside, so I didn't want to. So I just did a workout inside, took a shower, made my breakfast, working on this smoothie. It is blueberry banana pineapple, which I've never tried before, but it is delightful. If you hear a bunch of noise in the background, that would be Roomba. Roomba runs every day at 4:45, too much to my dog's dismay, and it has changed my life. I talked about it in our latest coffee chat, but I've had it now for a few weeks and I love it. It runs every day and I don't have to vacuum. It makes my life so much easier. And this is my main work time from about 6 to about 7. Depending on when I get finished with everything. Right now what I'm working on is planning out my week. I typically do my planning on the weekends, so like Saturday or Sunday, but I just didn't get to it this weekend, and so I decided I would do it on Monday. And to me, my whole thought process behind planning is that planning should never stress you out. It should always be a way to alleviate stress. So if it's stressing you out, you're doing it wrong. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna leave it till tomorrow. I just finished up all my blogs on Friday for every day until April, which is really exciting. So Becca's music room is like set on that, which is great because that was a lot of time and effort. And I was planning on doing like a big project in February, and then I decided to hold off on that because I think it would just be better to wait on that particular project. So now I'm kind of like, I don't really know what I need to work on, which is why I need to sit down and figure that out. So that's where I currently am. I'm not sure exactly, so that's where I am. Now, just a heads up, this vlog might be just today, it might be today and tomorrow, it might be a couple of days. I'm not really sure because I have less time than I did before, since I'm actually like going to the school to teach. I know, crazy concept, right? And so I had an extra like 2 hours a day that were really productive, and now I don't have that. So this might be one day, it might be a couple days, I don't really know what's gonna happen. But I don't film at school because I just like to draw that line and make sure that no one can say that I was like not doing what I was supposed to be doing. So that's where we are. I'm gonna get to planning. Today is a teacher work day, so I actually don't have any classes at school. I have like quite a few meetings I already know about, and I need to finish up like lesson planning and stuff because the kids are actually coming back in the building next week. They were supposed to come back in January and then that didn't happen, but they are for sure coming back next week, like half of the time. So fun stuff. I will check in with you later. So today's job was planning and then working on actually some stuff for you. So I have a free webinar that's all about creating online resources, and I made that last year. And full disclosure, it's part of a funnel. So after you sign up and take it, which is totally free, it's like 30 minutes, it's really, really good. But after you take it, then I'm gonna send you some like follow-up emails. And what I was doing is I had everyone who took it was getting like the brand new to TPT follow-up emails, and I realized a lot of people who took it were already on Teachers Pay Teachers. They just hadn't been doing a lot of digital stuff. So what I did today is I split it so that this is like an update of the original landing page, and now you click either I have a TPT shop or I don't have a TPT shop, and then it takes you here where you actually put in your email so that you can get access to it. The 2 pages look exactly the same, but one is linked to, it's like creating online resources with TPT Shop. The other one's like creating online resources without TPT Shop. And then either way, you still get to watch the same thing. And I ended up just doing it in my Google Drive because I had it on my Teachable, which is where my courses are held, but people were having to sign up for my email list and then go to Teachable and like create a Teachable account. And so I was like, let's just make it easier. So now you'll just go straight to the Google Drive version of it. And so you'll just go here, watch the video, and then I'll send you the follow-up emails. And if you already have a TPT Shop, then I can send you things that are helpful to people who already have a TPT Shop versus sending you all the stuff for like newbies and you'd be like, I already know all this stuff. So that was my project this morning. That is one of the, y'all, I have been trying to fix this for like months, has been on my to-do list of like, I need to fix this, I need to fix this, I need to fix this. And so I'm finally working on it. So tomorrow I'm gonna work on the follow-up emails that go along with it, or maybe I'll do that later on in the week because I have some opt-ins actually that are new that I need to get done. Either way, I will leave the link for this down below. So if you are interested in taking the webinar, again, totally free. I am gonna ask you to sign up for my email list, but you can get it for free. It's like 30 minutes. It's really in depth and goes through like all the different things you could do with Google Slides. So I will leave that down below if you are interested. Now I'm going to do our TPT morning check-in and go get dressed. So if you, I have to set an alarm or I will never go upstairs. I will sit here forever working. If you are not familiar, if you're not following on Instagram, you should go follow on Instagram. It's at becca.e.davis. And on there, we do a TPT morning check-in. So every morning people do stories of just what they've been up to this morning, working for all the people who work in the morning. And it's just really nice because, you know, it's like we're all sitting here alone in our offices and it's kind of nice to just know that other people are working on it too. So I'm gonna repost anybody who has tagged me in that and tag what I just finished and go get dressed. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Hello, it is the afternoon. It is 6 o'clock. I got home right at 5 and I actually hopped on a coaching call with Helena. So super nice to meet you, Helena. I love coaching calls. Those are like my favorite things in the world because one, I get to talk TPT. And two, I get to actually meet people, and a lot of times it's people that have been like commenting on videos and stuff like that. And so it's like so nice to put a face with a comment and a YouTube handle. So really appreciate that. Thanks, Helena. Really enjoyed it. Her story is so great. It's the present teacher. If you are like a kindergarten or first grade teacher, definitely go and check it out. She's got a lot of really cool digital stuff that's really fun. So I, yeah, got home, hopped on that. Today was a teacher work day, so I had a lot of stuff that I got done. I had like a really long meeting and I spent a lot of time cleaning my classroom and making some activities for my kiddos and just a lot of stuff. I feel like I've had like 4 days in like one day. It's only been one day and I feel like so much has happened. So much that my battery is almost dead, so I need to go change it. My plan for now is it's 6 o'clock. I'm gonna go take a shower because my hair needs to be washed, and then after that it kind of depends on what time I get out of the shower and what time my husband leaves as to whether I will go like straight from shower to making dinner or if I'm going to do some work before that. We shall see. In case you were curious about my outfit, pants are from Amazon. They are the comfiest things in the world. I will link them. Headbands also from Amazon. It comes in like a 6-pack. I will also link that. Shirt is old, and scarf, they don't have this color anymore, so I will not link those. Oh, I think these earrings might be on Amazon though. We shall see. So I'm gonna take a shower and I will see you when I look a lot less pulled together. There we go. Happy Tuesday. It is 5:34 in the morning. I just made my lemon water and I was about to start on my smoothie, but apparently that's not gonna happen. We have like the individual smoothie cups that I like screw the blades on, and our like big one doesn't work. The like big, you know, like make a smoothie for lots of people thing doesn't work. And last night I ran the dishwasher, but apparently the soap dispenser never opened, so I just ran it again. I think something was blocking it because it didn't have any soap in it. And I think both of the individual cups are in the dishwasher, which is like in the middle of a cycle, so we can't open that. I guess I'm gonna have oatmeal. Exciting stuff going on over here. I forgot to show you this yesterday, but I just got this book in the mail from Amazon. It's called Sorted, and it's all about like organization and stuff. But it's by Gillian Perkins, who I absolutely love. She has a YouTube channel all about online business. So I would definitely check her out, and I'm excited to finally read this book. Dana's still not a fan of Monster. Out of spoons. Hello, it is now 7:05. I'm warming up my coffee and about to go upstairs. Today I worked on another landing page. This is a new one, so I'm making, I think I told you yesterday, I'm making like a freebie for people who want to start an email or for people who want to start a YouTube. So it's gonna be like two different things. And so today I was working on start a blog or a YouTube. So today I was working on the blogging one. So I made the landing page, which is where people actually go to put their email in. And then I kind of like decided what I'm gonna put in the emails. Full disclosure, I didn't actually write the emails I was supposed to, but I got distracted, and honestly I just wasn't feeling it. I have a really bad headache this morning, and so I think that's why I'm like, it hurts. Don't forget, I'm not like sick or anything. It's when the weather is like raining and thunderstorms, like every time the air pressure changes, it makes my head hurt. So pretty much anytime there's like a thunderstorm, it's great. It's great. And it's been raining for like 3 weeks straight, and it's supposed to rain all this week too. So there's that. I ended up doing some like things that did need to be done but didn't necessarily need to be done like today, so I shouldn't have done them, but I'm gonna go get dressed. No, sorry. I don't know. Bye. Hi. Well, that was supposed to be like a nice artistic shot of me pulling my shoes off, but foiled by the doggies again. All right, let's chat. So I just got home. I stopped at Gigi's Cupcakes, aka the most expensive cupcake place there is, and picked up cupcakes because tomorrow is one of my friend's birthdays, so I wanted to bring her one. So that was actually planned, and I couldn't go and not get one for me. So this one is cookie dough. It's delightful. I've had it before. The dogs are drinking all the water, so they're making all the noise. But I wanted to chat because if you have like watched my Vlogmas and stuff, you saw I was supposed to go back to school and have kids in my class in January. And then we got to school in January, and then the all of the indicators that our district has been tracking were all in the red, so then they didn't come back. And so we've been 100% virtual, just working from the building for the teachers. And then 2 weeks ago, not even 1 week ago, I don't know, whenever the board met in February, They were tracking 3 indicators, and they said that when all 3 were red, we would be 100% virtual. Once one comes out of the red is when we would go back. So that's what they've been saying all year. That's what they agreed on. That's what's in their, like, all their, you know, whatevers. That's what they voted for, all that stuff. At the last board meeting, that was the plan from my understanding, and I had to leave a little bit early to go to another meeting, both via Zoom. But then I got an email later on that was like, okay, so students are coming back on the 22nd. And we were all kind of like, what? Like, first of all, you said they wouldn't come back until we were out of the red. Secondly, I don't even know when this happened because I was watching the board meeting. I only left at the end. I guess they decided at the end. I don't know. Anyway, so this is what's happening. Giant eye roll. Then my principal has said from the beginning, like when we were supposed to go back in January, that I was supposed to teach in my classroom on Zoom, and they would just log on to my Zoom either from their class or at home. And today, like in the middle of an email with a whole bunch of other things, so it was like almost hidden, decided that's no longer happening, and now I'm pushing into the classrooms on a cart. If you don't know, I teach music. So I'm going to be traveling to the different classrooms and teaching the kids in person and online at the same time, which I know is a lot of people's situation, but to say I am not happy about it would be a major understatement, because one, again, I was told we were doing this thing, and then you switch it the week before the kids come. Like, today's Tuesday, they come on Monday. I'm like, what? 2, I had already finished all of my lesson plans, so I have to completely redo those. 3, being on a cart is the worst thing in the whole entire world. I hate it. Like, I despise it. Is horrible. If you don't know what that means, it basically means that I'm literally gonna have a cart with all my stuff on it, and I'm going to roll into the children's classrooms so that there's less people in the hallway, which makes sense. But it's really not fun because 1, you don't have all your stuff there. 2, it's in other people's rooms and it's their space, so like you don't know where anything is, you don't know if their technology works, and like there's just all these different factors that make it really complicated. 3, the kids have a really hard time figuring out how to treat you in someone else's classroom. Kids act completely different with different teachers. If you don't believe me, start watching. If you see a class with one teacher and then see with another one, they will act differently based on the teacher. They associate me with my room, and they associate their teacher with their room. So when I go into another teacher's room, they don't know what to do, because it's like, okay, do we do what we do with Miss Davis, or do we do what we do with my teacher? And there's not that like transition time of being in the hallway that gets you into like, oh, we're going to music now. So it's just like, it's so not fun. Then you don't know where anything is. I have to completely redo my lessons because I was like, oh, well, let's do lots of like Nearpod and Kahoot and all these things. And now I'm not gonna be able to use technology because I'm not gonna be in my room, and I either have to log a teacher out of their computer and lose all their things, or I have to send them something and hope that they bring it up and hope that the computer doesn't go black because I'm not using it, you know, and I don't know the password. And like, it's a whole big thing. It's a whole big thing. So I'm stressing. Now, they're only gonna be in the school 2 or 3 days, depending on the week. So there is that. I at least have like the other days already set. And when I say like I already have my lesson plans, I mean I already had all of my lesson plans for the month of March. Like, I was good until April, and now I have to like go and redo them. So it's not like one lesson plan, it's like a bunch. And so I'm like, and again, like, I just hate it. I hate it so much. So this is where we're at. Anyway, I'm gonna eat this cupcake. I'm gonna go put a little more makeup on and fix my hair a little bit because it's a little bit poofy. It's humid outside. And then I'm gonna go film some videos, which I'm not gonna lie, does not sound like fun, but in order to be consistent, I have to keep filming the videos every week. So if I don't do them today, I have to do them another day, and it's like a whole big thing. So I'd rather just do it today. I think I only have 5 on my list. I don't know. All right, there we go. Little productivity tip for you: use every spare minute. So I have like 20 minutes that dinner's baking in the oven. I already went ahead and like cleaned the whole kitchen, and I could very well just like sit and scroll on my phone for 20 minutes, but instead I'm gonna sit and edit for 20 minutes, and that's just, you know, 20 minutes that could have been stuck somewhere else. So all those little teeny tiny things you can do will add up. Frozen 2. Look at that beauty, and we have a spare. Good morning. It is now Wednesday. I am in a much better mood. Yesterday I honestly was super grumpy and just really frustrated about the whole situation and just everything changing, and it's really frustrating to me, especially when like I've already finished, you know, like I already had things ready and I was prepared and I was mentally prepared and I was like had my lesson plans and I had done all these things, and then it just like came crashing down. But it's gonna be fine. That's my motto for the year. And between the cupcake and then filming the videos, which ironically I really didn't want to do, but it made me feel so much better, and just having like a yummy dinner and stuff like that, I just felt like so much better. And then this morning got up and did like a really good workout that was actually like fun, which is really helpful. If you're like me and you are one of those people who could like work and work and work from literally like morning until like literally from the moment you wake up in the morning until the moment you go to bed, I highly recommend some sort of physical activity, because it forces you to not work and it kind of gets your brain off of that kind of stuff. So I find that super helpful, even if it's just like going on a walk. I know it's snowing in like most of the country, but you could, you know, like walk on the treadmill or walk around your house or do some yoga. I have been doing yoga most afternoons. I haven't done it yet this week because I have been busy, which is fine. So that all being said, I am about to get started on my work this morning. I need to do my opt-in for the YouTube. I'm gonna do my opt-in for the YouTube channel and hopefully actually get like some of the emails written out, because yesterday I didn't get any emails done because I just was not being as productive as I should have been. I also need to film this because fun fact, it's the video that's coming out like tomorrow and it's not even filmed. So there we go. I like to have like a theme for all of my vlogs and kind of have like something going throughout the whole thing, and this one I feel like is just everything's a mess and we're doing our best. I feel like that's our theme. The video editing in particular is killing me. Like it's so much work and it's just so much extra. I think I might need to hire a video editor, which I haven't done yet, mostly because I don't make that much money. Thank you, Reba. Mostly because I don't make that much money from my YouTube channel, and I would like it to be self-sufficient. So like if I'm having someone edit it, I want to make sure that like I'm still making a profit off of that. And also just because the whole entire idea of it just really stresses me out, because I have to like figure out who to hire and figure out like a whole new system, and like we're already having a lot of new next week, and so I'm kind of like, I don't know that I'm wanting to do that too. I don't know, maybe it'll be a March project. Speaking of things that are not working out, yesterday I got 2 videos uploaded to YouTube on Becca's music room, and one of them I was like, oh well, I'm just gonna add the thumbnail and then I'll post it, and I added the thumbnail and then I just didn't post it. So that's fun. I'm a mess. All right, I'm gonna go get to work. Okay, since we haven't talked TPT, I'm gonna give you a little hack. So this is my new Forest virtual field trip. It's a bunch of activities for loud and soft, aka piano and forte. But one thing that I had on here is like some songs, and I wanted the kids, oh, this is also super helpful. If you have something like this where you're like coming to the main screen and going back, the most helpful thing is to have a next button when you're gonna go on and then go back. Anyway, my point being, I have some songs, and so I started recording just the song, and if you can see, that's literally just this picture. So I just put that so there's no, like, it's not me, it's just a video of that, so that the kids can have what they need, especially if they can't read. How I do that is I just add it to YouTube and put it as unlisted. Unlisted means that people can only see it if they have the link. So basically the only people who would see it would be people who have your product. So especially if you're working with little kids and you want to maybe like read the directions or something like that, this is the easiest thing. I was for a while like recording audio and adding it to my Google Drive, and I do not recommend that. It was a mess. This is so much easier, and yeah, it's so much easier, so much easier. So this is my new thing. Here we go. All right, so I just filmed that, but I wanted to give you another hack. If you are doing things in your Google Slides that are clickable, I would not suggest using a text box, because when you link a text box, you have to be very careful. Here, I can show you. If you click in the middle, then it doesn't come up with the link. You have to like be very careful to click on the outside, and that can be confusing, especially if you have it like younger students. But yeah, it can be quite confusing. Also, you can put in the notes information for teachers if they have something specific that you would like them to do, or something, or just suggestions or any of that kind of stuff. Hello, we are home. I am exhausted. Like, it's one of those like, I'm so tired, and then I'm like, oh, there's 2 more days. So I am currently opening up some Amazon boxes that were here when I got home. Yes, that's what I thought it was gonna be. Okay, so I got some new books. This is a book that I got recommended that's all about business finances. So I think that'll cap off my books about money. Okay, so perfect. I got Fiona's Luck. I was looking for a like Irish setting story. So there is a leprechaun in here, but it's not like, you know, obnoxious green St. Patrick's Day overload. I wanted something that I could use pretty much all year round, but specifically for 3rd grade, because we're gonna be talking about Irish music, which I'm very excited about. So pumped about that. And then I grabbed this one. So this is the story behind the song Lift Every Voice and Sing, which if you don't know it is a very very important one. It is considered the Black national anthem, and if you don't know it, it goes, lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring with the harmonies of liberty. So it goes through this song and it's really cute. We've been watching the read aloud on my Zoom calls, but next week the kids are gonna be in person. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and buy the book because I knew that next year I was gonna wanna have the physical book anyway. I will link these 3 below for you. It is about 5 o'clock and my master plan for today, I have a coaching call this afternoon, which if you're like, Becca, that's a lot of coaching calls. I have never had this many coaching calls, which goes to show you not to be afraid to talk about your products or to, you know, suggest that people purchase them, because I haven't really advertised my coaching calls at all for months, and so I haven't had any for like months. And I sent an email the other day and I was like, hey, you know, if you want to know where to go next, like this would be a great idea for you. And I've had so many so many, so that's really exciting. I love talking to y'all, so that's fun. That's at 5:30. So between now and then I'm gonna see if I can get my YouTube video edited and uploaded, which should be pretty easy because it's just like a pretty standard tutorial that's going up today, so it shouldn't be too terribly hard. Here we go. Alright, so we just finished up with the coaching call, also got the video edited, and I, first of all, love coaching calls. Secondly, oh, I did want to share, I talked to Helena the other day on here, and so I mentioned that, and she's rocking it. I follow her on Instagram, and since we talked, I gave her like 2 Instagram tips, which I told her the same thing I'm going to tell you. Social media is not my jam, but I gave her 2 little tips to help, and she's already implemented both of them. I was like, heck yes. So thanks, Helena. She's at The Present Teacher if you want to go check her out. I just talked to Lessons in Humanities, not on Instagram, but is on Twitter if you are on Twitter, and that was really great. Lots of questions, which I love. I love answering all the questions. Lots of, it's so interesting to just see all the different things. So that was great. I am now, my video is downloading. I'm gonna go take a bath, but I wanted to share this one little snippet of time management. So at the end, Jed asked me, he was like, I don't want to take up, you know, more time than I'm supposed to because I know you have a lot of things going on. He was like, how do you, you know, keep track of everything? Which is a question I get a lot, which is why I have a video that's literally like how I keep track of everything. So I'll link that below. But one thing, this is what I told him, and one thing that I think a lot of people do that is a mistake is wasting time from not knowing what to do. So I've talked about this before, but I was just thinking, like, as I did this, as I went through this afternoon, like it was the perfect example. I came home, I took the trash, I came home, unboxed those books, I took the trash out, and then I decided I wanted some tea. So I was literally like, I put the kettle on and then I grabbed my laptop and I was editing videos as I was waiting for the tea to boil. And then I got that in, I came in here, I edited like all the way up until I needed to get on that Zoom call, hopped on the Zoom call, literally clicked end meeting, went back to finish the editing and downloading and all that kind of stuff. So my point being, I'm not wasting a bunch of time, whereas like some days, you know, I come home and I'm like, oh, I want a snack, and then like, oh, I should do this, oh, I should do that, and I don't really have like a purpose, and so I don't know what to do, and it wastes so much time. So if you can avoid that, that'll make life a lot easier and make it so much easier to get everything done, is just to be like, okay, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm doing. Even like sometimes it's to the point where I'm in the car on the way home and I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do this. It's not, it doesn't have to be super fancy, just like think through it in your brain so that you know what to expect and you know what to do and you're not wasting a whole bunch of time. I hope you got something out of this. I feel like it was just kind of like, oh, and I didn't even finish telling you about the Google slide hack. Don't link, Becca, gracious, don't link the text box. I put the text box and then I put a shape on top of it and make it transparent, and I link that so that they don't click and it be like trying to edit the text box. That was the end of that. Anyway, so I'm gonna leave this here. I hope you thought it was helpful, enjoyable. If so, let me know. Also, let me know if you made it all the way to the end of the video. Again, I feel like this was just all over the place, but honestly, this week was all over the place, and so it is what it is. Yeah, so I'm gonna go take a bath, which is gonna be excellent, and get, oh, it just finished downloading, so I'm gonna let it go ahead and upload to YouTube because it goes out tomorrow. Oh, and I just hit 4,100 subscribers. Awesome. Y'all, I like just hit 4,000. And then I looked yesterday and I was like, oh, it's got like 4,090. How did that happen? I don't really know, but very exciting. So thank you, every single one of you. I appreciate you more than you know. So thanks so much for watching. I'm gonna stop talking now. Bye.